Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive. Like any other sport, motorsport has its share of misconceptions. For those of you who are unfortunately not associated with the sport, you believe that getting onto a bike or into a car and driving around circles is all that it takes. But Jamshed tells you that it requires a lot more heart and a lot of endurance. Take a look.
Donovan McNabb, an NFL quarterback, said that Jimmy Johnson, who's a NASCAR Sprint Cup driver, was absolutely not an athlete. Now, this stirred quite a controversy. It kind of added fuel to the fire that's already been ignited. It's kind of like our sports minister, erstwhile sports minister, saying that Formula One wasn't a sport. Well, to bust this myth about fitness levels in motorsports, Volkswagen and British Nutritions has organized a driver's fitness camp for their Polo R Cup drivers to see whether the drivers are actually fit enough to be athletes. Well, I'm here at this camp and I'm going to be a part of it to see whether I, an auto journalist, is as fit as a race car driver. It's game on.
42, 43, yeah, 44, yes, 45.
Go down, go down. The time starts now.
Volkswagen has been conducting fitness camps for their Polo R Cup drivers since 2010, and each year they keep getting more and more comprehensive. This year they partnered with a specialist in health supplements, British Nutritions, which gave this endeavour a whole new dimension. British Nutritions also roped in their resident fitness expert, Deckline Leitao, who has trained various national and international athletes.
15.
Deckline, you've trained a lot of international and national level athletes. Let's put this controversy to rest first. Are motorsport drivers athletes, firstly?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because if you look at the way they train and the way their body goes through different kind of energy systems during a race, and the way their heart rate responds, they definitely are athletes like anyone. It's just that they sit, but their body goes through almost the same thing. They lose the same amount of water, or probably even more. So definitely, without a doubt, some of the motorsport racers who are at the elite level are some of the fittest athletes as well in the world. So without a doubt, they are athletes.
Okay. In terms of training, how is their training different from other athletes?
Because they're sitting down and kind of not actual having any movement like on a court, on a field, one has to realize that their core has to be very, very strong. So it's like they're floating onto something for probably 20 minutes or so. And they have to have a super strong core, super strong cardiovascular system, and also the flexibility to last through that whole race without having to break something, their back or something goes off. So they need all these three, and then kind of get on and race. Strength, and then is of course your skill. So you take for example, say badminton first. You have that. If Tendulkar had fitness today, there was no need for him to retire.
The two-day fitness camp began with a basic checkup for the drivers to determine their fundamental stats like their pulse rate and the BMI. Drivers would then undertake several long and demanding routines revolved around bettering physical fitness with respect to stamina and strength. Since race car drivers require special attention to motor sensory skills, they undertook several exercises to improve coordination as well. I was determined to at least keep up with the racers, having borne the responsibility of representing auto journalists. But these young racing aspirants really did give me a run for my money.
8, 9, and 10. Good.
Come on! So, Declan, wait, let me catch my breath. So that was the end of a two-day workout for these drivers. How do you think they performed, and where do you think they stand in terms of where they should be?
Well, they have a long way to go, no doubt, because they're still not sort of elite athletes and they don't know what it takes physically. But I think this gives them a taste of at least the basics that they have to be able to fulfill. So I think they're okay, they've got the spirit, that's most important, but they definitely need to go a lot further down, like to really make it big. So on the right track, I'd say, all of them, yeah.
Okay. I'm still panting, so let me gather my breath. How do you think I performed? Do you think I can make it as an international motorsport athlete?
If you keep working out like this 3 times a week, then yes. So there's, of course, a lot of scope for improvement. But the most important thing is the motivation. Can you fight? And I keep telling people when they kind of do the routines, fight. Because that's important. If your mind is ready, then you can push your body. Okay, so you have to get the mind ready, push your body, and make sure the two are always matching. So I'd say you did good, and you matched, you lasted. In fact, you did more. Yeah, just to be on record, he did more time than the rest of the guys who were doing the planks and stuff. So in that sense, yeah, you did better. In fact, you passed, I would say, with much better marks.
Okay, well, you heard that from the expert himself. And if you saw the past 2 days, what kind of workout it is, I think it puts this myth to rest that motorsports guys aren't athletes after all. The involvement of British nutrition also exposed the drivers to some very important information about nutrition and diets by some highly qualified experts. As it turns out, even to the benefit of my knowledge, a big part of fitness begins with the diet, and British nutrition seem to have a supplement for each need.
Well, I've always said one of the main reasons I started this company was to make sure that the people who are our customers are fit and are getting the right kind of supplementation. This event is to do something exactly the same thing, but with racers. I've always been very passionate as far as racing goes, cars or bikes, and when Volkswagen Motorsport contacted me, and we started talking, and I told them that there's something that we can offer to them, which was a 3-day camp, was full of fitness and nutrition and advice on how to get fit and how to be a better racer. And that's where all of this started from.
Try to rehearse all
The drivers also got a chance to interact with some international athletes like Olympic swimmer Sandeep Sejwal and international motorcycle racer and the only Indian to race in Moto3, Sarath Kumar.
Make one target.
This fitness camp wasn't a one-off, and Volkswagen intend to have more fitness camps mid-season to ensure that the drivers are fit throughout the season. Most of these drivers are starting their motorsport careers with the Polo R Cup.
It's just like a race. You're tired, but do you still fight or do you give up?
Making fitness an integral part of the Polo R Cup experience also ensures that they are conditioned in the right manner from the very beginning.
The importance that people have or give fitness in terms of motorsport, it's as important as any other sport. And this is something that I hope after these 2 days, all of our drivers realize, because they need to maintain this fitness level so that when they're in a car with 50+ degree temperatures and they have to concentrate for 40 minutes or 20 minutes at a stretch, and not lose focus for a millisecond, you need to have that fitness level as the foundation on which you can build.